Hi there, Amy Starr Allen here, and in this video today I am going to show you how to generate free leads on Facebook using your Facebook profile cover. I will also show you how to track your leads so that you can tell which ones are coming from your Facebook profile, and I will share a couple of quick tips with you to show you how to create a beautiful Facebook profile cover that stands out so that you can generate as many leads as possible. So this is what I'm talking about when I'm talking about a Facebook profile cover. This is my Facebook profile cover right now. I actually just changed this out a few days ago, and inside of the community that I'm a part of, I teach every Thursday over my shoulder while I'm doing different things in my marketing. So people got to watch me create this whole cover that day, which was really fun, and I got to get feedback from people as I was doing it. But I change this cover out from time to time. Every time I have a new lead magnet or a new freebie or a new funnel that I want to get in front of as many people as possible, I will create a new Facebook profile to be able to drive traffic from my profile cover to that funnel so that I can generate leads from my profile cover. And let me start by saying that your profile cover on Facebook is your biggest piece of real estate, free real estate on the internet that you have access to. It's a huge piece of real estate that we don't have to pay for, and we can use it for whatever we want. And I know a lot of people like to use their profile cover to put pictures of their family and, whatever, it's a great spot for people to just see something that's important to you in your life or whatever. And that's fine. But I also see it as a really great place where we can let people know more about our business or a way that they can take the next step with us. I always like to use it. I never sell anything on my profile cover, but I always like to use it for lead generation. I like to give people something for free in exchange for their name and email address so that I can add them to my email list and stay in front of them with additional value as I create videos in my business or any offers that I have. So that's what I always do with my profile cover. And that's what we're going to be talking about today is how to generate leads from your profile cover, right? So this is an example of a profile cover. I'll just show you, like I said, I change these out from time to time. So this is what one of my previous covers looked like, where I was directing people to take my quiz. And then I had my last cover, which was giving people access to the tools and training that I use in my business. And you can see I have kind of a theme going on with mine. I like to create covers that look like this because they're a little bit unique. I'll show you how I do this at the end of this video, and I'll also show you, this is done in Canva, but I can also show you where you can find some cool Canva templates to make your profile cover look the way that you want it to look. But mostly I just wanted, you to see that I change out my cover each time I have something else that I want to get my audience in front of. And it's actually good to change it out from time to time anyway, because one of the benefits of changing it out is that each time we do that, Facebook puts it out in the news feed. And I'll show you what I mean. The day that I changed out this cover, Facebook pushed it out, and you can see it got a bunch of engagement here and comments, and I actually generated a bunch of leads from Facebook pushing it out as well. So not only am I generating leads when people come to my profile and click here, but I also got leads because Facebook pushed it out. So how does this work? How do we generate leads from this? So basically, you create a simple cover that stands out, that's easy to understand, with not an overwhelming amount of information on it. We don't want phone numbers and website links and all kinds of stuff. We want to just make it as easy as possible for people to know what to do. At least that's the way that I see it. So I always like to just have a really obvious button that they can click on my picture, which is this button here in this case. Some people get confused by this because they think, well, we can't put clickable buttons on our profile cover. No, you can't put clickable buttons on your profile cover, but what happens is this whole picture is clickable. And by putting a button here, people are used to clicking on buttons. So by putting a button there, it's telling people click, to click on it, or you can even say click here or whatever you want the button to say. Mine says start here. So when someone clicks on this, it takes them to the description of my image. So you can put a description in here. And this is where I'm letting people know what they're going to get if they decide to opt in and leave their name and email address. So here's a little bit of a description about what they're going to get. Now, the page that this is linking to is a capture page that looks like this. And I often like to, when I'm linking from one thing to another, I like to try to keep things as congruent as possible. So all I did for the description was I grabbed this paragraph and I put it in here with a link to this page. So when they come to this page, if they want to get this video, they can click on this and fill out their name and email address, and they're going to get instant access to that video. And this is where I would generate a lead. So your description is really important because this is where people are going to end up when they click on the button on your profile cover. You can have a longer description if you want to. Just keep in mind that if it's long, people will have to click see more to see the whole thing. So in that case, if you're doing that, you want to make sure that your link is also at the very top. So if I click edit, if I had a long description, I'd want to copy my link and put it at the top as well. I don't really need to do that here because my description is really short. But if you had a long description, you'd want the link at the very top because this way you're not making people click see more to go find the link. It's just right there when they get there. In this case, my link is showing, so I'm just going to leave it like this. So basically, all you're going to do is you're going to create a beautiful profile cover. I'll show you how to do that in a second. And then you're going to put in a description that is congruent to the page where you're going to send people. You're going to want to send people to a capture page, which means a page where you're going to capture their information like this, where they can click and they can put in their information. That's how the lead is generated, right? So you want to make sure that the call to action is something where you're sending people to some sort of a capture page that you have, some sort of a freebie that you're giving away, or some sort of a done for you funnel that your company has, or whatever it is, that you have a call to action that is letting people know what they're going to get access to if they go ahead and click through. And then I always recommend in the description just taking some of the text right off of the capture page so that when they click through, it's congruent. So again, this is a paragraph. When they click through here, it comes over here, and this is that same paragraph. So it's very congruent. The picture is congruent, the text is congruent. So there's not a disconnect there. So that makes it super easy. And then the way that I know that my leads are coming from Facebook is that I have tracking set up in my autoresponder. I use Aweber as an autoresponder. And then the funnel builder that I use, which I have a whole playlist of over 100 videos about this funnel builder that I build all of my funnels, like this one, and all of my funnels. I build in a certain funnel builder that I absolutely love. And I will leave a link to a playlist where you can go learn more about that funnel builder. But this funnel builder has the ability to set up tracking so that whenever anybody clicks on a page to become a lead, when we have this tracking code in our link, I will know where that lead came from. So when it goes to my autoresponder, my Aweber sends me an email notification that says, you just got this new lead, and it shows me the tracking. So it shows me that the lead came from in this case, my Facebook cover. Another example of that is, so here you can see I have another link here, which is just for all of my free resources. So if somebody, where it says free goodies to uplevel your business, if somebody clicks on this, it's going to bring them to this resources page where I have all of these resources that I offer people. And you'll see I have a link to that same capture page here. And when they click on it, you can see the tracking in this case says links page. So if somebody opts in from here, I know that they came from my links page, not my Facebook profile cover. Does that make sense? If they were to click on a different resource, like if they wanted to get my cheat sheet, same thing. You can see the tracking here says T = links page. And then when I get the email notification, it'll let me know that they grabbed my affiliate marketer's cheat sheet and that they came from my links page. So I like to track where all of my leads are coming from. I'm not going to do a full-blown training on how to set that up right now because you might not have the funnel builder that I use, and the training is specific to that. But we do have a full-blown, step-by-step, super easy to follow training in the back office of the funnel builder. And I will leave a link below this video where you can learn more information about this incredible funnel builder as well, if this is something that you want to be able to do in your business. It's really helpful for me to know where my leads are coming from. And when I change out my profile cover, it's always good for me to know if it's working, because from time to time I've put up a cover that didn't generate as many leads as others have. So in that case, I could just swap it back out. I already have the profile covers created because I've used them in the past. So if I click edit profile cover, I could click choose profile cover, and it's going to show me my cover photos. And you can see I have all of these different ones that I've used in the past. This was for a content challenge that I did. Here's one for my affiliate marketers cheat sheet that I did. So by tracking my leads, I know how many leads I'm getting from my profile cover. So if it's not converting the way that I want it to, I can easily just put one of my old profile covers back up there with the description going to whatever capture page that went to. And it's good. I like to switch them back and forth from time to time anyway. But anytime I have a new lead magnet, a new freebie, a new funnel, I like to showcase it on my Facebook profile cover because it is a really awesome way to generate free leads on Facebook. And again, each time you change it out, Facebook pushes it out into the feed so people will see it. And when it's pushed out into the feed, it pushes it out with your description. So the link in the feed is already there. So when people see this showing up in their feed, when it says that I updated my cover photo and this shows up in the feed, it shows up with this link so people can easily just click on it and go opt in right from their feed at that time. So that's one of the benefits of changing it out from time to time. Okay, so now I'm just going to give you a couple of quick tips for creating a profile cover. I use Canva, so I'm going to show you from Canva. And just so you know, I have a much more in-depth Canva tutorial specifically about how to create a Facebook profile cover. So I will link to that here. But for now, I'm just going to touch on a couple of the tricks that I use to make it unique and to make it stand out. So when you come into Canva, you can just search for Facebook profile cover, and Canva will pull up a bunch of templates with the right dimensions. So if you click on one that you like, basically Canva will show you some other ones similar to it, so you can see if you like any of these more. And then you can easily, just choose the one that you want and swap it out. Like, let's say I like this one. I actually don't like this one because it has too much information on it. I think it's confusing for people. But okay, let's say we wanted to use this one. You would just click customize this template. And then it's very easy to customize everything about it. Like if I click on the background, I can change this color to my brand color. And then for the image, I can just grab an image of myself. So if I wanted to put in this picture that I'm currently using, I can just click background remover and it'll remove the background, and then I can crop it to how I want it and make it, as big as I want it. And then there are different things that you can do with it. Like if you click on edit, if you come over to shadows, you can click glow. Sometimes I like to glow, and you can change the color of the glow. So let's say I want a white glow and I want it to be a little bit of a bigger glow. And I can make the picture bigger. And now it has a glow around it. And then, I would put my name here if you wanted it to be generic. But like I said, I like to have a call to action. I like mine to go to a specific sales page. So again, I could say, and then if I want to add a button, I could just come over to elements and type in button. So you can choose a button that you like, and then you can just put your text on top of it. Now, one thing to keep in mind is Facebook is going to crop off the top and the bottom of your image. So you can see how Canva provides this big, wide image. It's going to show more of it on mobile, but on a computer, you can see it's a much thinner part of the image. So you want to make sure you keep all of your text kind of in the middle. So we wouldn't want the button way down here. I would probably get rid of my name. I don't really need that on here. They're on my Facebook profile. They know my name. And I could like make this bigger, put this up here, and put the button here. And then I would just put my text on the button. Start here. And I could just slide that on top of the button. So anyway, you get the picture. It's really easy to do this in a template with Canva. And I will link to that other video that I have where I go into a lot more detail about editing templates. Just as a little bonus for this video, I'm just going to show you how I do mine, the look and feel of mine, just to have them stand out a little bit more and feel unique. So if I do add page, for what I'm about to show you to work, you want to use an image that's a wide image that will take up this whole space. So like this, for example, this is one of the images that I used on one of my Facebook profile covers. So you want to make sure that the image is big enough to spread across the whole thing. And then what I do is I add a page, I copy the image, I paste it on this page, and then I remove the background. And then what I like to do is I click on background remover again and click on restore, and then I come around the outline of my body and put a little bit of the background back in. If you don't have an interesting background on your picture, this will not work as well. That's why on my newest one, I didn't do it this way, because it was a wall was the background and it just didn't look good. But if you have a colorful background like I have here, this works really well. So I've restored some of the background. And so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come back over to the original image and I'm going to add a shape. So if I come over to elements and click shape, I'm just going to add a square, and then I can just stretch it out across the whole image. And this is going to be a transparent overlay. I'm going to make it black. You can make it whatever color you want, and I'll show you that in a second. But I'm going to make it, I'm going to change the transparency. And then I'm going to take this picture down here. I'm actually going to crop it. This makes it easier to work with if you crop it. And then I'm going to copy it and paste it here. I'm going to change the transparency on this again. And so that's how you get that look where you just have kind of a glow around you where it's showing some of the image. Right? This is the page that I used to have on my Facebook cover. So it kind of looks like that. And then if you want the overlay to be a different color, you just click on it and you can play around with whatever, all the different colors and see what you like best. And you can change the transparency. You want it to be kind of dark so that when you put your text on it, it will pop, which is one of the reasons why I often, just use black or like a darker blue or something like that. But you can play around with it. And then your text would just go here. Again, you want to keep the text and the button kind of in the center. So you could just add a text box and just, type in whatever you want it to say. Secrets of the... I don't like this purple, so I'm going to change it back because it just doesn't stand out enough. And then you can change the font to whatever font you want. You can search through the fonts or just use the ones that you like. I have certain ones that I like. This is Lato font. This button here changes it from capital to lowercase. I'm just making this up just for fun. And then I would look for my button. I can change the color of my button. And you can also add shadows and stuff to your text. So if I want to go effects, add like a an outline. I can change the color of the outline, whatever I want to do. But this is kind of how my thought process is in Canva. And again, just keeping the text towards the middle because Facebook will crop it. Again, when you click on it, you can see it loads a bigger image in, but it only shows the middle of it on your profile. So you want to make sure that you're keeping the text kind of in the middle. I don't like that outline. And then also when you upload your image, just something to keep in mind is you can reposition it. So if it's not, like if some of it's cut off, you can move it around. You know, you can get it so that it is centered the way that you want it to be. But that's it. You create your image and then you click share to download it to your computer. And then you come to Facebook and you click edit cover photo and you upload it from your computer. And then once you have it in there, like I showed you, it's easy to, if you click choose cover photo, you can go back to a cover photo that you've created in the past. And if you do this in a way that's classy, that's easy for people to read, that doesn't have too much information on it, and that has a clear call to action, like a button that makes it really easy for them to know that they can click. Some people don't even realize they can click on this image. So that's why having a button just kind of reminds them that to click on something. And then have a description that makes them want to click the link, and a description that is congruent with what it's going to say on the page when they do click the link. Then chances are people will click and enter their contact information, and you will generate free leads from your Facebook profile cover. So I hope this has been helpful. Please let me know if you have any questions. Please leave it a thumbs up if it's been helpful. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And if you want to learn more about the community where you can watch over the shoulder of myself and other people each day of the week to learn different things that, different tips and tricks that people use in their marketing, I will leave some information about that below this video as well. We have an amazing community that's going to teach you traffic and conversions so that you can learn how to build out beautiful pages like the ones that I've showed you today, and then also teach you how to generate traffic to drive traffic to your pages. Today I taught you a strategy, but we have so many other strategies taught in the back office of our training, as well as on a live Zoom. Monday through Saturday we do live Zooms where you can learn so much from successful marketers, myself included. Like I said, I created my current Facebook profile cover live on a Zoom the other day while getting feedback from the community about the background and different things that I wanted to use. Because I changed out the background on this one because it was just a plain wall and I wanted it to be cooler. So I changed out the background, I added a glow, and I did that in front of the community so that I could get feedback, which was super fun. And we do this every week. So if you'd like to learn more about that, I will leave a link below. And I'll also leave a link where you can learn more about our funnel builder if you're interested in learning about an incredible tool that will help you build out beautiful pages and allow you to track your leads like I showed you as well. Again, thanks for being here, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.